Take a breathtaking trip with Top Travel, brought to you by Halls and the power of menthol. Refresh, refocus, Halls. Breathe for it. Ungapheli umoya. Last week on Top Travel in KZN, we braved a chain ladder to the top of the world and looked down on the clouds. This week, on the Spice Island of Zanzibar, Fez learns how Maasai warriors woo Maasai women. We snorkel the reefs, beach brine in a lagoon for two, and in Stone Town, discover your front door was once your Instagram page.
Jumbo beautiful people, Fez Anesu here.
I'm Anesu
and you're watching Top Travel. We're in a place that both of us love.
Our favorite island in the world.
There's a lot to do. You know what? You need to catch up. You're too slow.
We're in Zanzibar.
Yeah, let's go Zanzibar.
Our island home would be SafiraBlu Luxury Resort and Villas.
Arriving at the resort, we're greeted by some warm and friendly Maasai who hand me a lovely bouquet of some local fragrant flowers. It's these small touches that really make you feel at home.
Welcome to paradise.
Thank you. Wow, it really is beautiful.
Thank you. Would you like a refreshment, please?
Please. I feel like these guys have read my mind. Some coconut water to refresh the palate. Oh, what more could you ask for?
Wow, everywhere you look, it's just ocean. Ahmed, can you please tell us the story of SafiraBlu?
SafiraBlu is 2 years old, and the owner, he decided to build this place because we had a dream to have the best product ever on the island. On that side of the island here, it's extremely private. Our goal to provide for you the wow service, to have an exceptional stay and unforgettable memories here in SafiraBlu. This is the meaning of shade of blue. Here in SafiraBlu, where is the soul connected with the blue ocean.
How many villas do you have here?
We have 12 villas sitting on 92 hectares. The privacy is something very important for us. And all kinds of category we have. We have villa 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom. It's good for the couples, for the honeymooners, for the families, and for travel group. We have a beautiful pool here. It's 4 level, to looks like a waterfalls. We have a restaurant, we have a bar, we have a cocktail bar, snorkeling and water sport as well.
Well, I'm really excited. I think let's start with the pool. Let's go explore.
Always about the water. Thank you so much, Ahmed.
Thank you. Wow, look at this mosaic, and even the little details of the decor you can see are intentional to mirror the ocean. The different shades of blue, the beige and wooden accents. It really is a cohesive decor scheme. I love it.
I mean, look at that little sunken chill out space. I know, I don't know what it's called. Maybe it's like a hangout or a sunken place, but I'm gonna go there eventually.
Wow, look at all of this water. I mean, this multi-tiered waterfall pool is epic, and you can see they've built it around the coconut palm trees to really maintain the environment. I also love how it just draws your eye out into the ocean. It really is all about those 50 shades of blue.
You're right, my love. It is such a beautiful feature of the space. It almost makes you want to get into the water, but I'm gonna calm down, okay? We still need to see a lot more of SafiraBlu, so lead the way.
Let's go to the hangouts first. I'm always one for looking at the details, and of course Fez has to honor his inner child by taking a little swing on the chairs, but we've got more of this resort to see. Come on, dear, let's go. Oh, there's a place to enjoy a cocktail everywhere you look. And I love how they've added these little pops of color just to draw your eye to these little cozy spots.
And of course, everywhere you look, the ocean is there. This is what makes SafiraBlu so incredible. You can literally just enjoy the views from any single spot.
I can see some monkeys hanging from the thatch over there. This is known as the drunken monkey, where you can grab a drink, watch a sports match, or just relax for lunch. So many places to explore here. It's endless.
Wow, Blue Fire Restaurant. Such an exquisite place to have your breakfast, dinner. Now, The beauty about this space is that it still harmonizes with the decor that we saw when we came into SafiraBlu, which is that blue with some of the natural wood tones. It's all quite harmonious. And the crisscross beams on the wall with the rocks, as well as the wooden ones that are there, allow you to appreciate the space through those little gaps. So you're always seeing the beach, you're always seeing the ocean, and you know exactly where you are, Zanzibar.
If the spice trade was once the mainstay of the local economy, tourism has become more and more important. And it's our pleasure to bring the magic of these islands to an even wider audience.
Wow, this place is massive. The temperature is regulated with ACs as well as fans, and the decor is in keeping with SafiraBlu. Everything leads you to this view and a pool table. Okay, now I know I'm going.
Boys will be boys. Well, I'm gonna check out something different.
No, what a view. You have everything you need here. Nice lounge chair to watch people as they swim in the pool or actually play some pool. The tide's gone all the way back. When we were appreciating everything SafiraBlu had, it was right there on the beach, the waves coming in, and now it's gone all the way back. So dynamic. Actually happy I decided to come to the patio. I don't know what Ness is doing, but I'll just tell her I'm enjoying the pool. Huh? Okay.
Wow, this is so spacious. Walk-in wardrobe. Ooh, stunning bathroom. Oh, wow, this bedroom is enormous. And I love these special touches. Zanzibari baskets above the headboard, these locally carved bedside tables, lovely romantic setup on the bed, of course. And then I love the seating area to just sit back and enjoy this incredible view. So peaceful. What more could you ask for? What a view to wake up to, and a jacuzzi. Okay, I'm gonna jump in. Don't tell Fez. You are really encouraged to connect to the element of water here. I mean, the pools, the jacuzzi, the ocean. You are spoiled for choice of where you want to soak, relax, and enjoy the sun.
Coming up, Fez realizes too late why they call the spice piri piri ho ho. And when a man loves a woman in Maasai culture, this is how he says it. Refresh, refocus. Take a journey through history. Halls, breathe for it. Ungapeli umoya. This was the scent I picked up on the breeze the night before. Of course! These are the Spice Islands, once the world's leading source of cloves, and still a major exporter of all kinds of aromatic ingredients. It's made the garden of executive chef Keith Lawrence the envy of visiting foodies from across the globe.
So do you guys like fish?
Oh, yes.
So I'm going to take you on a spice tour, where we're going to hand pick some local spices and herbs, and then we're going to do a fish braai for you all.
Amazing. That sounds incredible. I can't wait to learn more about these incredible plants you have here. Zanzibar has such an incredible climate, so to know that the food that we're eating is made from sustainable ingredients farmed right here in the resort is just epic. I know it's going to add some extra flavor to the food.
It's going to make it a very authentic Zanzibar dining experience.
Oh yeah.
So here's our first ingredient, which is the pili pili ho-ho.
Pili pili ho-ho.
Yeah, they say ho-ho because if you have it, it's so spicy, you're going to be like ho-ho.
So, pele pele in Zulu means like a chili or something that's very spicy. You can clearly see that there's some comparisons and some similarities here. Okay, I thought because I know pele pele, you know, as a Zulu guy, I could handle this heat, but this pili pili ho-ho is something else in my mouth.
Is it spicy?
Yeah.
That's why the ho-ho.
It's nice to have a chili that's got a bit of flavor and not just the heat. I mean, it's kind of creating a flavor explosion in my mouth.
It's that capsaicin. It's what actually gives you that burning heat sensation in the mouth. I'm gonna try to stay focused, but I'm sweating even more, and it's not because of this humidity.
This is fun.
You need some water, wait, I'll get you some water. So we're on to our next herb, which is going to go very well with our fish, which is going to give you a nice kind of zing to it. So you have lemongrass. So you just break through the leaves. So you got to gently rub it to release all the flavors and aroma from it. After the spice from the pili pili, this is for sure going to elevate the dish.
Incredible.
It's like a nice freshness that you're going to get to it.
Lemongrass is one of my favorite smells, it really is. I even have it as a tea.
Yeah.
This spice garden is almost like a flavor maze. I mean, there are different plants on every corner and it just keeps going and going. So being able to walk through and explore, essentially like a culinary walk, I guess, through the garden is just really special. You can see why Chef loves to cook here.
Chef Keith is so knowledgeable. I'm putting my trust in his hands. This is going to be a meal to remember.
Guys, who doesn't like basil? This has a nice freshness.
Let's get some of that in there, just for the flavor. Thank you, Chef. And I love these purple flowers. Are they edible too?
Yes, it gives a very more milder flavor compared to the leaves. So the last and final ingredient, which is going to elevate our fish braai, is bilimbi.
Bilimbi.
Bilimbi is a very citrusy kind of fruit. It belongs to the star fruit family.
Wow, I've never seen this before. Indigenous to Zanzibar?
No, you get in certain parts of the world as well now.
Okay.
So you're just going to bite into it.
I like that. It's a bit sour.
It's a bit sour, but it's actually quite
It's more sour.
Yeah. As you chew and the moisture starts to decrease, that pulp tastes quite sour, but it's good.
I can imagine this going amazing
Yes.
with the fish.
So this is the last ingredient for our fish braai. I heard you guys are Jacob Coffee fanatics.
Yes.
So under the bungo tree, you're going to have a nice surprise for you all.
Ooh, how wonderful. Thank you, Chef.
You're
We'll see you
welcome.
later.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you.
Jacob. Wow.
This beautiful archway.
All made of bungu. Chef said was this local citrusy fruit.
The perfect setting for a perfect cup of coffee.
And I love these little rituals, you know, they keep you grounded no matter where in the world you go.
It really is. And you know what's nice? This cross breeze is making the setting so tranquil.
Definitely found my wonderful. So nice strolling through these gardens. I'm excited to see what Chef does with what we've picked.
Oh, I am too. It's probably going to taste phenomenal.
With Zanzibar being just off the coast of Tanzania, the islands are home to many Maasai. As warriors, they act as security for the resort and ambassadors for their culture.
Standing here, you can clearly feel that these are people who are in touch with their culture. They know the roots of the culture they've come from, and you can hear the melodic sounds of the cries that they're making. Maasai warriors, 14 to 30, that is the average age where people go, these are the warriors that are there, these are the men.
You can feel the strength of these guys.
Jumbo, jumbo. Jumbo, jumbo. Sai, this looks beautiful. Everybody looks so powerful, so strong. Can you explain to us what's happening here?
So that was a Mburkoi. In the morning we go to the forest for hunting a lion. When we come back on the way back to home, then we started singing that Mburkoi.
It is majestic. I'm getting excited though. I'm hoping, Asai, can you show me is it how one jumps? Yeah. Okay. I've played basketball for most of my life, so I'm used to kind of the mechanics of jumping. The way Asai is doing it, it almost looks effortless. Like he jumps up and he floats. I'm trying to copy it. I think I've got a couple of kilos on him, so they're weighing me down. But hey, reach for the stars, right? Ooh, wow. The power in that. You can hear the sound, everybody around. It feels like we're all together as a tribe, as a people. There's energy here. My dear, what do you think?
I kind of feel like I'm in the male domain here. You can feel the testosterone and power, but you did pretty well. I was looking at their heads, kind of an even match, but I guess you've got a bit of a head start from your height. Anyway, there's a first time for everything.
Including courtship. When a Maasai man wants to woo a Maasai woman, he shows it like this.
The wedding dance is epic. I mean, that little shoulder action, I can see Fez getting into the moment. And yeah, he's looking pretty good. I'm always so impressed by how Fez takes on new things, learns new skills, and kind of makes them seem effortless. Definitely very attractive.
Wow! We've seen how they dance, how they jump, and they celebrate victories. Let's see how they get those victories. Bit of archery. Huh?
So when you start to prepare a bow arrow, you hold your arrow like this, and you put like this, and you start like this.
You know, I feel like there's a lot of pressure on here, but I have a side teaching me, so I'm gonna get it right. So put it into the string, notch it there. Make sure you get your fingers. Pull. So, stop. You can clearly see that I'm gonna be one of them. You might see me in a different attire soon. Don't look there. It doesn't matter if it's a bullseye, everybody clap. From Namibia to Lesotho, and then of course here in Zanzibar, it feels like whenever I'm around the people of the country, I gain their spirit, and every single one of them is unique, but there is that thing that is the common thread throughout all of them, and that is pride, that is that Ubuntu. All together we can accomplish something. Well, I've worked up a sweat. I'm feeling pretty proud of myself. I don't know what the next adventure is, but we're protected. Warrior.
Come evening, you can have dinner on the beach, followed by an outdoor movie, or if it's a little breezy, do this.
After such a warm welcome here from SafiraBlu, can't wait to see what they have in store for us for dinner. This one is very special because it's a bush dinner and it's a unique experience they have.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Hi, Chef.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Hello, Chef.
Hi. So today we're going to be doing a special dining for you all. It's dining in the bush. It's a dome dining experience, dining under the stars. It's going to be a taste of Zanzibar. We'll be doing local cuisine around Zanzibar, a little bit of cooking on the firewood, close to nature.
I hope that means there's going to be some seafood.
So it's going to be seafood, it's going to be farm to table concept. So we're going to be doing a lot of food today.
All right, Chef. Well, we're ready to fill our bellies.
This dome is such an interesting way to have a bush dinner because it does allow you to see out into the surrounds, but also you feel enclosed and protected. It's a beautiful thought. Being inside the dome, you know that you're inside the dome. You can hear the reverberation of your voice when you're speaking, but it is also so beautifully unique because you can look right outside. The bushes and the trees all are very clear. You can see them. So it does feel like you're out in the bush, but you're quite nice and snugly protected in the dome itself. So it is a bush dinner with flair.
And I like how it's got this sort of honeycomb structure. I mean, architecturally, it's almost like a island igloo kind of thing.
Okay, them is architecturally, but it is. It helps because you can see right through it, but it keeps the temperature regulated.
For your appetizer, you have crab stick salad. You have crab sticks, you have citrus mayo dressing, and some sesame seeds.
Delicious.
Please enjoy your salad.
Thank you.
So we're going to be doing a surf and turf, which is going to be with the T-bone steak. Along with the T-bone steak, you're going to be having some jumbo prawns, some lobsters. So it's a 30-day-old dry-aged steak, which we're going to be doing, cooking it medium. It's going to go well with the peppercorn sauce and some local greens, which is mchicha. So these are jumbo prawns. It's just marinated with a little bit of garlic, olive oil, salt, and some kaffir lime. So these are freshly caught every day from us. So these are the jumbo lobsters. So these lobsters, we normally cook it with the shell, so it retains all the juices and it remains nice and soft and doesn't get overcooked. You're just going to blaze it up with some butter, salt and lemon juice. So the temperature needs to be very moderate heat to get a nice smoky effect and to cook the meat evenly and at a slow temperature. As we take off the steak, which is ready, along with the jumbo prawns, we're going to have it rested for a few minutes. Everything's ready, let's start plating.
I've also heard that the food is kind of like Safira's secret weapon, so I'm excited to try all of the food and really have a magical first evening. Chef is walking in with this wooden board of delightfulness. So a Zanzibari surf and turf for the books. I'm gonna dive into all of the seafood.
What a spread. You've got everything. It's a surf and turf, but with that Zanzibari flair to it. Ooh, it smells amazing.
Freshly caught lobster from probably a neighboring island across the sea is the coup de grace. I mean, the flesh is soft. It basically melts in your mouth. Gain that creamy, garlicky dressing. Oh, I'm drooling, but enjoying every single bite. This is incredible. What a catch of the day. What an evening. It's hard to remember that this is our first night here in Zanzibar. It has already given us so much. What a full day we've had on arrival. And I can't wait to see what the rest of our adventure has in store for us. After dessert, I think I'm gonna have to roll Fez out of here. You're gonna be a plump little bumpkin after all of this dessert you're eating.
Those who know me know cheesecake and Fez, it's synonymous. I have cheesecake every single week. It is one of my few vices, and Keith probably found out through the grapevine. Yeah, this is probably one of the best cheesecakes I've ever had. 4 courses down. I think we're winning so far. Zanzibar, you are giving us a tassel and a tussle. Let's see what you have for us in day 2.
To work off that feast, it would have to be something extremely active. Up next, why stick to the roads when you can cycle the Indian Ocean? Then have mokoro, can fish, just like the Swahili have done for centuries.
Be free to enjoy your travels with citrus soda for relief from heartburn and indigestion. Beat the burn with citrus soda. And remember, citrus soda is also effective in treating the symptoms of urinary tract infections.
We'd gone for the noise-free, eco-friendly ocean workout. Minimum carbon footprint, maximum carbs burnt.
Today is all about water. We're going to be taking you through an authentic fishing experience, snorkeling, supping. We're going to be out there, and you can hear the waves are calling us to come through.
That is what Zanzibar and island life is all about. I was definitely a sea creature or mermaid in a past life, so let's get into this element. Okay, so which one are you going to choose? Okay, I see you're already going towards the stand-up paddle board, so...
No, just let the wind choose for me. It's blowing this way.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Hydro bike it is.
The water here is so warm and inviting. Once you get in it, you honestly feel like you're taking a bit of a bath. This is the perfect way to start a day.
I've always dreamt of being able to wake up near the ocean and start my day with some sort of water activity. So jumping onto this hydro bike feels like a dream manifested. I've surfed before and I wanted something a little bit different to try, and this is a breeze. I mean, you get your cardio in, but luckily the buoys keep you nice and level, so I'm probably not going to be falling into the water, and my entertainment is definitely watching Fez.
This is the first time I've been on a sup board. I don't know the technical terms, but it's kind of fun. It's a bit buoyant, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to actually stand on it because I feel the waves starting to rock and shift, and I'm trying to get my center of gravity aligned just right.
I can tell Fez is having a wild time on that stand-up paddleboard. I mean, he's super motivated to get up. You can see how much effort he's putting in, but that balance still needs a little bit of work. Anyway, with a lot of these activities, just having fun is the main point.
1, 2, 3, up. Okay, I can feel that I'm not getting my balance. Maybe I shift a bit. Jump up, one leg up, second leg, standing, winning. Yes, this is awesome. Okay, I'm in the water. I got it. That was like a second, 2 seconds. That counts. I'm a stand-up paddleboarder. Just kind of want to stand good. Feet all the way. Anyway, I'm done.
The great thing about the hydro bike is because you're not having to focus on finding your balance, you can actually just enjoy the incredible views around you and being able to see the Zanzibari water, the traditional dhow boats. It just creates a beautiful silhouette, a lovely thing to look at. And I'm taking some nice deep breaths, almost treating this as my morning meditation.
Anything that gets me out and moving my body always gets me excited. Honestly, this is probably one of the best ways to get up and get your cardio and get some of that strength training, that lower limb stuff going. I'm gonna do this again one day, and I'm gonna be a stand-up paddleboarder. Mark my words.
All that effort deserved a prize.
Oh, look at that.
Wow, what a setup.
Coffee, views, always a good combo.
Being on that hydro bike felt like a great way to start the morning, but I think I was having a bit of an easier time than you on that stand-up paddleboard, eh?
It took a bit of getting used to, but once I did, I feel like it might actually be a sport I might want to do again.
Wow.
How was the hydro bike?
I mean, I got my cardio in, luckily. Nice, smooth way to start my morning. So, yeah, definitely looked like mine was an easier time than yours. Well, nothing like some Jacobs to give you energy. Let's go fishing.
Let's get to it.
I see the fisherman over there.
Okay.
Round here, you don't pick up a set of frozen fish fingers for dinner. You get up before dawn and catch what you can.
SafiraBlu has a great way of incorporating local Zanzibari culture and tradition by getting the catch of the day from the local fishermen onto the menu and into our tummies.
We're gonna throw ourselves into the deep end and get into one of these boats with one of these experienced fishermen. They don't speak English, we don't speak Swahili, but we'll figure it out, right? Wish us luck. Okay, sit. Okay. Well, it's about to get real. I need to fend for my family. That's what I'm gonna do.
Look at this dhow. I mean, this is craftsmanship in its own right. Completely made of wood, but totally buoyant.
Listen, the dhow is a unique experience. It's like a catamaran, I think that's what they call them, but like a wooden one. It feels really cool. I'm getting so comfortable with Makami and the way he's navigating these waters. I'm gonna kick out my feet and just enjoy the ride.
Being out in the water on a dhow is super peaceful. The water's quite shallow, so you can see the bottom of the ocean floor, dotted with urchins, coral, and just bringing my hand into the water is a really calming experience.
Okay, enough of being a bystander. It's time I suit up and get in this water and make sure that I catch something for our family. Ness and I can do this.
Humans have hunted, gathered, and fished here in Zanzibar for 20,000 years, and it's a team effort.
We're gliding through the water really slowly, and I can tell that my fisherman is looking around us, checking for rocks which might have octopi or even some fish hiding beneath them. This is how these people make their livelihood. It's a deep part of their culture. And a big part of indigenous knowledge is learning how to live in balance with nature, not taking too much, only taking what you need.
Being in cultures, you appreciate the way that they go out and forage, and this particular mode of fishing is very unique because we're just moving through the waters. You can walk, but I can see that the smart thing to do is to glide through and see where there's a lot of fish, and it seems that they all communicate once they found a spot and then they all catch it together. So it's a community thing, but it's also a skill.
I feel like watching these fishermen is a really inspiring experience. A lot of people will tell you what certain groups of people can or cannot do, but these people show you that if it's part of your culture and you embrace these rituals, passing them down from generation to generation, it's clear that this art of fishing has been preserved.
The resort is a ready market for the fishermen, so everybody wins.
The 4-tier pool is exactly as Ahmed said. It is a feature that you have to see. It almost feels like that waterfall he described is leading you to the beach, and it connects. So it's water spaces that are connecting to each other, natural ones and man-made. It's beautifully done.
Knowing that the resort is built over 90 hectares really gives you an idea of scale of the place, but the fact that you have the ocean at your doorstep and that you know that the owners have consciously built this place with the environment in mind is really speaking my language.
The fact that you can hear the waves constantly, yeah, for me, that's probably right up there, my dear.
I know, being on the ocean is incomparable. And for me, having a little cocktail by the pool, settling into the vacay vibe.
It's very much an Anesu thing. Wow. I mean, it is gearing up to be quite a beautiful experience. Very different from what we had when we first came. But I will say it makes it that much more unique that everybody knows that we love Zanzibar. And we already have that affinity to it.
Next up, the coral reefs of Malimba Island put on a stunning show. And at the best seafood bistro, you better eat fast.
Find your wonderful. Jacobs, Wunderbar.
Local fishermen can make a living from home waters thanks to this marine ecosystem acting as a fish nursery for several species. And that makes it a wonderland for snorkeling.
We're here at Malimba Island, one of the best places to snorkel if you're in Zanzibar. Now, before we get to snorkeling, it's always good to get ready to do something great, right? Well, let's get geared up and ready to snorkel.
As soon as I hop into the water, the warmth of the ocean completely engulfs me. And then the next thing I see is the stunning coral reef beneath me with lots of different colored fish shimmering in the ocean. It really is a sight to behold.
There's so many different types of fish in this water. I'm not somebody who knows too much about fish, but I do know that these are some of the most beautiful you can find. And also some that I don't know if they're fish or they're snakes or they're eels, skinny, silvery things.
As I'm swimming through the reef, I noticed this snake-like thing, which is beige with little dark speckles. And on closer glance, as it starts to swim away, I realize it's an eel. What an amazing sighting. I've never seen them that color.
As I'm swimming, I'm appreciating how beautiful the coral is with all the crevices and the various shapes. Then all of a sudden, it just disappears and it's a very deep blue abyss. And if I look close enough, I can kind of see bigger fish. Honestly, I'd love to see them, but I don't know if I can hold my breath for that long. So I'm a stay in my lane and just appreciate the coral.
The crystal clear waters of the Indian Ocean are abundant with sea life. There are starfish, the coral looks healthy and full, and you can even spot little shoals of fish swimming in beneath anemones. It is really magical to be able to spend this much time in this part of the world. Zanzibar just keeps on giving. I am spent, but that was probably the best snorkeling experience I've had. The water is warm, nice and clear, and you kind of have a mix of a shallow reef with a deep drop into the abyss. Incredible sightings of fish. How is that, Hela?
You can already see, I feel very tranquil. The rocking of the boat, being in the water, you almost feel like you're weightless with the fins on. Yeah, it's definitely a snorkeling experience you need to come and try for yourself. Looking at Ness just moving through the water, it was majestic, you know?
I told you I was a sea creature or mermaid in my past life. So I said it.
It deserves all the hype it gets for being an incredible snorkeling spot. Beautiful.
So here we are in the middle of the lagoon, feeling like the happiest castaways on an island made for two, when we see what seems like a mirage, brought on by how hungry we are.
We're wading through the water and I can see Chef far away in the distance tossing some fish on the braai. Ooh, Sandbank living, this is gonna be epic. Being invited for an exclusive Sandbank lunch by Chef Keith really is a way that Safira brings that bespoke experience to their guests.
I can realize that I'm a simple man. I thought we were going to be by the beach. This is a whole other experience. Can't wait to see what Keith has for us.
I love how the Zanzibari landscape here changes with the tide, and it almost feels like this experience is magic created by Chef and Mother Nature coming together.
The fishermen have arrived.
It was so much fun, Chef, but we worked up quite an appetite.
So I'm going to be preparing for you all some local catch, which is changu and lobster. We're going to be cooking with some local spices hand-picked from the farm.
I can see our wicker baskets from the spice garden on the table. Chef's added a few more ingredients that he might use for his dish today, but it's super nice to know that we've contributed to the setup of this day with him.
I'll say it now, no restaurant anywhere in the world can top this.
I'm going to take this lobster, put some salt, pepper on it, put some butter, some passion fruit on it, and then we're going to put it onto the grill.
Passion fruit? I wouldn't have thought of it, but I feel like when you come out to islands, you always see things that are a bit different from us mainlanders. So I'm going to trust him, and I'm sure it's going to taste great.
So the Sandbank experience is to create an experience for the guests. The fish that they have freshly angled onto their plate, where we're going to be live cooking in front of the guests. Now we're going to be cooking the fresh changu. We're going to be using lemongrass.
Ooh, seeing the lemongrass we picked being wrapped around that fresh fish and then added onto the fire wrapped in tin foil. This is gonna be delicious.
And we're going to add some fresh bilimbi. So bilimbi is a sour fruit which our guests picked from the garden fresh. Is going to give a tang to the dish. Wrapping it in the foil is going to help to retain all the juices and help the fish cook evenly without it burning.
Sitting on a sandbank with the water just lapping at our ankles is one of the most serene moments. Looking around and feeling like you're the only people there makes this one of a kind. This is the epitome of fine dining. You're here in the sea, eating incredible seafood made by a chef who knows how to use his spices. I mean, we kind of helped, so we also know our spices, but it is a beautiful way to have lunch and just relax.
I think this is one of the most unique, bespoke experiences that we've had so far on Top Travel. I mean, this was set up just for us. Look at these incredible views. There's no one else out here. And the tasteful flavors of this meal. Just take it to the top.
The water's coming in. It's just above knee level, and I feel like it's probably gonna keep rising and rising. This is gonna go from luxury dining to deep sea dining. But hey, Top Travel, we create new things. So there you have it, deep sea dining. How about that?
The drama of this experience just adds to the special part of this moment. I mean, our tablecloth is submerged. The ocean is lovely and warm though, so it's not really uncomfortable, but it is meaning that we have to eat a little bit quicker than usual. Gonna be hard though, because this food is amazing.
Once again, it's going to take some walking off. Coming up, at the market in Stone Town, real vanilla comes at a mouth-watering price. And find out how your social media profile was once your front door.
You don't have to overload your travel bag, as Adco Myogel offers a 3-in-1 solution to heartburn, indigestion, and increased gastric activity. So don't forget to pack your Adco Myogel, and happy travels!
Refresh, refocus. Take a journey through history. Halls, breathe for it. Ungapeli umoya. To understand Zanzibar's history, you can read it in a book or get yourself to the capital and arrange an expert local like Mohammed Yabub Mohammed as your guide.
We are here in the middle of Stone Town at the bustling and busy Darajani market, ready to meet our tour guide for an exciting tour through this incredible place.
So many people around. I mean, it really is important that we hone in before we come in and see Mohammed, but I'm excited. Let's go to the market.
Oh, guys, how are you doing? Are you ready to explore Stone Town?
Very ready.
Ready?
Mohammed, could you tell us more about Darajani Market?
This market is the first modern market in Zanzibar. It was built in 1904. By that time, it was special for the royal family, but nowadays it's a public market. And this market has 4 categories: fish market, spice market, fruit market, and food market. So this is a fish market look like inside. And everything that you see here in this market is fresh from Zanzibar. We have calamari, tuna, red snapper, and small fish. This market is operated 7 days. So this is the normal activities every day, from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Darajani Market is full of history, from when the rich royals would come in and would buy at the market, and what it is today, people coming in, speaking, community, and of course exchange of goods. I can clearly see that this is where the community is at.
Zanzibar is known to be a cultural melting pot, and even the different flavors and spices within their cuisine mirror the various cultures that call this place home.
So here, this is the spice market, one among of the part of this Darajani market. And here you can find every tropical spice in Zanzibar.
Oh, I spot one, I know. That looks like cloves and cardamom.
Yes, exactly. This is cloves, one among of the cash crops of Zanzibar.
Fantastic. I think I'll take one of these.
Yes, sure. Yeah.
Asante.
That's amazing.
Asante. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Oh, Mohammed, is that vanilla?
Yes, it is. It's one among of the most expensive spice in the world. The first expensive spice is saffron. This is the second expensive spice in the world. And it's fresh from Zanzibar. You can smell it. Let it watch you.
Ooh, that smells amazing, Mohammed.
Yes,
How much
it
are
is.
these?
It's about 20,000 Tanzania shilling.
Maybe I don't break the bank and I just buy one bunch. Huh?
There's another local treasure which Zanzibaris of all cultures have invested in. Before anyone had a social media profile, they had a front door which told you all about them.
This is one among of the most important things here in Stone Town. This is the Zanzibar dough. We have 3 types of Zanzibar dough: Indian, Arabs, and local. And why Zanzibar dough? Because all this dough was made up here in Zanzibar back in the days. During that time, Stone Town was a special for royal family, Indian, Arab, and local. So how can you differentiate between Indian, Arabs, and local? First, you have to look at the shape of the dough. If you see the dough with a half circle on top, that is the Indian Zanzibar dough. And if you see the dough with a square shape with so many designs, that is the Arabic Zanzibar dough. And if you see the dough with a square shape, plain without any design, that is a local Zanzibar dough. So every design that you see in this dough has a meaning. For example, in this dough, we have something like a flower. In Indian Zanzibar dough, you will only find flower and fruit, because the Indian peoples came to Zanzibar for trade only, not for slave trade.
This Indian door is so ornate. I mean, the attention to detail is really awe-inspiring. You can see the work that has gone into carving the designs, beautiful brass studs as well. It is a work of art in its own right.
Blows my mind how all of these doors and actually a lot of these architectural structures have held their integrity through the years. From the Arabic to the Indian to the local Zanzibari, it really does speak to people who are proud of where they come from, but also they've left an indelible mark on the structures here.
This is another types of Zanzibar dough. If you look very carefully on top in the middle, there's some Arabic quotation. And we have another design. If you look this dough with chain, flower, and gloves, it shows that the guy who was living inside here, he was a farmer because of the gloves and flower. And for chain, it shows that the guy who was living inside here, he was a slave master. And chain design, you will only find in Arabic Zanzibar dough, because the Arabs, the one who are dealing with the slave trade in East Africa.
The second Arabic door with the clothes and the chains and the flowers, I can appreciate how those markings were ways for people to recognize who lived there, but it also reminds you that within history, there's all sorts of stories intertwined there. I mean, I did take a moment of pause for the chains, just to be like, okay, there was a history of slavery, but it also speaks to the fact that we've progressed, moved forward, and we can appreciate it for its beautiful, beautiful work.
The slave trade ran from this port. And then, from the same place, David Livingstone campaigned successfully to end it. History literally turned here.
The sun is setting in the harbour, and yet the city is still completely alive. You can see locals enjoying the end of their day and really taking in the beautiful ocean views that are known in this island.
This is a stone town beach. Zanzibar is a combination of 56 islands. And behind me, there's so many ships. That is the main ferry of Zanzibar. We use that ferry to go to Dar es Salaam and another island, which is known as the Pemba. And the small boat that you see here, we use as a taxi. We used to go to Prison Island, Obawe Island, Snake Island, and Grave Island.
Thank you so much, Mohammed. It has been awesome and so informative learning about Stone Town with you.
It was a great time to be with you. Hopefully, we'll see you again.
We would love that. Zanzibar has truly stolen my heart, from savoring spices and local cuisine, strolling through Stone Town, and of course being pampered by the incredible hospitality at SafiraBlu. It has been nothing short of amazing.
Coming through to the hustle and bustle of Stone Town has invigorated us so we can move on to our next travel destination. But Zanzibar, you have left us with full hearts and happy memories.
Jambo and asante sana.
Hey, yeah.
Breathe for it with Halls. Refresh and refocus with a trip of a lifetime. Stand your chance of winning a trip to Amsterdam with 2 return economy tickets on KLM Royal Dutch Airlines and 20,000 Rand spending money. KLM invites you to take a seat on board, enjoy the snacks and drinks that are included in your ticket, charge your phone, connect to Wi-Fi, or watch a movie. To enter, tell us what you love most about traveling. Comment on Top Travel's competition social posts using hashtag TopTravelTV, hashtag TravelWithKLM, and hashtag Halls Breathe for it. T's and C's apply. Join us again next week on Top Travel as we head up the East Coast direction Kenya to meet the Maasai warrior herdsmen of the Great Rift Valley, learn the art of Maasai jewelry making, and plant forests so the elephants will also have a future.
Another feel-good production.